Hello everyone, welcome to business statistics class. So in the previous video we had seen about range and quartile deviation. So in today's video we'll look into the concept of mean deviation. So mean deviation of set of values from a central value. Here central value may be any of the measure of central tendency, that is mean, median, mode, etc. So taking the sum of absolute deviation of the values from the central value is known as mean deviation. So the mean deviation of the values x1, x2, x3 up to so on till xn from their arithmetic mean is, so here we are taking the central value as arithmetic mean. So the mean deviation of x bar is nothing but mean deviation of the arithmetic mean. The formula is summation of absolute value of x minus x bar. So this represents the absolute values. That is, in such cases you have to ignore the negative sign. So mean deviation from the arithmetic mean, that is denoted by capital M dot D, that represents mean deviation, and x bar represents the arithmetic mean. So the formula is summation x minus x bar upon n. So in the case of tabulated data, that is discrete as well as continuous, the mean deviation from arithmetic mean is summation f modulus of x minus x bar upon capital N. So this was for raw data, that is ungrouped data, and this formula is for discrete as well as for continuous case. So here small f is the frequency and capital N is summation of small f, that is total of frequency. So this is mean deviation from arithmetic mean in all the three cases. So now let's see mean deviation from the median. So the mean deviation of the values x1, x2, x3 up to so on till xn from the median M. Here we know that median is represented by capital M. So mean deviation from median, the formula is summation of modulus of x minus M whole divided by n. So this is for raw data. Here n represents number of observations or number of values. So here there are n values, that is x1, x2 up to xn. So this is for ungrouped data. So in these two formulas, in these two formulas you can see there's only difference of the central measure that is taken. So here we are taking mean, so that's why it is x bar, and here we are taking median, so we are writing it as capital M, that is median. So mean deviation in case of discrete as well as continuous data from the median is, this should have been median. So mean deviation from median, the formula is summation f into absolute value of x minus capital M upon capital N, where n is the total number of frequencies. So here the modulus of x1 minus x bar, x2 minus x bar, x3 minus x bar up to so on till xn minus x bar are the deviations with the signs ignored. That is, the negative sign has to be ignored whenever you are calculating the values. So mean deviation may be calculated around any average, that is mean, median, mode, etc. But the mean deviation is least when measured from the median, and this is due to the minimal property of median. So these were the absolute measures. So now let's see what are the relative measure for the mean deviation. That is, the coefficient of mean deviation from mean and median are respective given as coefficient of mean deviation from arithmetic mean is mean deviation from arithmetic mean upon the value of the arithmetic mean, that is m dot d as mean deviation and x bar represents arithmetic mean, and you're taking the ratio of mean deviation to the ratio of arithmetic mean. In case of median, the coefficient of mean deviation from median, the formula is mean deviation from median upon median. So these are simple formulas. Now, knowing the formulas, let's see the problems. The first problem is calculate mean deviation from mean and also coefficient of mean deviation from mean. And the data is height of plants in centimeters. The heights are 140 centimeters, 147, 143, 146 and 144. So this is the raw data, and they have asked to calculate mean deviation from mean. So there is no need to arrange the data because it is for mean, and we know in the formula. So this is the formula for mean deviation with mean. So see what all values you require in the formula. So you have to calculate x bar, and then you have to calculate summation of x minus x bar. So now let's calculate x bar. So we know that how to calculate mean, that is given x we have to find out summation of x and divide by number of values. So here add 140 plus 147 up to so on till 144. So we'll get the value as 720. That is summation x. And here our small n, that is number of values, is 5. Therefore the mean is 720 upon 5, which is 144 centimeters. So once you're done with this, now let's move to the next part, that is you have to calculate x minus x bar. So representing it in a tabular form will be very easy to calculate. So these are your x values, and we know the x bar is 144. So modulus of x minus x bar is, for the first cell, that is 140. So 140 minus 144 is minus 4, but here we are taking the absolute value, so the negative sign has to be ignored. Therefore 140 minus 144 is 4, and 147 minus 144 is 3, and 143 minus 144 is minus 1, but we are ignoring the sign. And 146 minus 144 is 2, and 144 minus 144 is 0. So now you have got the values, and now to get the numerator of the formula, add these values, that is summation of absolute value of x minus x bar, which is 10. So adding this, you will get summation of x minus x bar. And how to obtain this table is, for given x values, subtract it from x bar, that is 144. So this is 10. Therefore the substitute in mean deviation formula, that is mean deviation from mean is summation of x minus x bar upon small n. So here summation of x minus x bar is 10 and small n is 5. Therefore mean deviation from mean is 2 centimeters. So here this is an absolute measure, so we are writing the units. Now let's see the coefficient of mean deviation from mean, and the formula is mean deviation from mean upon mean. So here we know the value of the mean deviation and we know the value of mean. Therefore just substitute it. So it is nothing but 2 upon 144, and the answer for coefficient of mean deviation from mean is 0.0139. So this is a relative measure, so you shouldn't write the units. So this is how you calculate mean deviation in case of ungrouped data. So see what they have asked. If they have asked for mean, then find out the mean value first and then subtract each value of x from mean and add the value and substitute it in the formula. So these are simple problems. So let's see the second problem, that is calculate mean deviation from median. So here they have asked median and the data is number of mobile phones sold and the values are 18, 16, 16, 19, 12, 14 and 20. So there are 7 values and so this is a raw data and they have asked to calculate median. So we know how to calculate median in all the 3 cases. So to calculate median, the first step would be to arrange the data and arrange the data in a tabular form. For further calculations, it would be very easy. So after arranging the data, find out the median. So we know the formula for median is n plus 1 upon 2th value in the array. So here n is 7, so 7 plus 1 is 8 upon 2 is 4th value in the array. So check for the 4th value, 1, 2, 3. So this is your 4th value, therefore your median is 16. So once you get your median, then the next table would be to find the absolute value of x minus m, that is median. That is 12 minus 16 is 4, so ignore the negative sign. Similarly, calculate x minus m values for all the values of x. So once you calculate these values, then add all the values to get summation of absolute value of x minus m, and the value is 15. So this is summation of x minus capital M, that is median. So now substitute it in the formula for mean deviation from median, that is summation of x minus capital M upon n. So here n is 7 and summation of absolute value of x minus m is 15. So after simplifying, you will get the value of mean deviation from median as 2.143, or you can approximate this because the data is for mobile phones sold. So therefore the mean deviation from median is 2 mobile phones. So now let's see another data. The third question is find mean deviation and coefficient of mean deviation from mean, median and mode for the following data. So in this question they have asked to find out mean deviation with 3 cases, that is first one is with arithmetic mean, and then you have to find it out for median and then for mode. So the data is x is equal to 75, 85, 60, 60 and 60. So even this is ungrouped data. So first let us find out the mean. So we know mean is equal to x bar, which is summation x upon n. Add these values and here n is 5. Therefore substituting in the formula will get x bar as 68. Then let us calculate median. So we know to calculate the median we have to arrange the data and then find n plus 1th value in the array, that is 3rd value, which is nothing but 16. So capital M denotes median, so median value is 16. And we know mode is nothing but the value that has been repeated highest number of time. So here in the data we can see 60 is repeated 3 times, therefore your mode is 60 and mode is represented by capital Z. So once you know all the values, then the next step would be calculating the absolute deviations. So in the first column, write the x values, and the second column represents the absolute deviation from arithmetic mean, and the third column represents absolute deviation from median, and the last column represents absolute deviation from the mode. So this is a data and it has been arranged. So here the mean value is 68, therefore absolute value of x minus x bar is 60 minus 68 is 8. Similarly, 75 minus 68 is 7, 85 minus 68 is 17, and add these values, you will get the value of summation x minus x bar. So similarly, calculate the other two columns. So here x is 60 and m is also 60, therefore the value is 0. So even these two are 0. Then 75 minus 60 is 15 and 85 minus 60 is 25. Add these values to get summation x minus m, that is absolute value of x minus m, and it is 40. Similarly, here z is also 60, so x absolute value of x minus z is 0, 0, 15 and 25. Add the values, so the summation of absolute value of x minus z is 40. So you got all the required information. Now substitute it in the formula. So the first case, that is mean deviation from arithmetic mean, the formula is summation of x minus x bar upon n. So here we know that, from the table we got x minus x bar as 48 and small n is 5, therefore 9.6 units is the mean deviation from arithmetic mean. And then mean deviation from median, substitute this value in the formula. So summation x minus m upon n is 40 upon 5, it is 8 units. And for mode, in place of m and x bar, you have to take the mode value. The formula remains the same, just substitute the mode value over here. So therefore mean deviation from mode is summation of absolute value of x minus z upon n. So summation of absolute value of x minus z is 40, so 40 divided by 5 is 8 units. So now they have asked us to find out coefficient of mean deviation. The formulas: coefficient of mean deviation of x bar is mean deviation of x bar upon x bar. So we have obtained mean deviation, that is 9.6, and x bar is 68. Therefore coefficient of mean deviation from x bar is 0.1411. Similarly, calculate the values for coefficient of mean deviation from median and mode. Just substitute the values. So the formula for mode again remains the same. So it is mean deviation from mode divided by the mode value. So this was in case of raw data. Now let's see how to calculate in case of discrete data. So the question is, find the mean deviation and coefficient of mean deviation from mean and median for the following data. So in our exams, most of the time they'll ask to calculate mean deviation either from mean or median. So mode and range, other values, they won't be asking it much. And median is very important. So here the data is x, the values of x and corresponding frequencies are given. the values of x is from 5, 15 up to 55, and the corresponding frequencies are 6, 10 up to 9. So now first let us calculate mean and median. So we know the formula for mean in discrete case, that is summation fx upon n. So in your table, write down the x values, write down the f values, and when you add the f values, you'll get your capital N. To obtain mean, we require fx, that is multiply these two columns. So you'll get fx, add that to get summation fx. So here summation fx is 3250 and divided it by capital N. So this should have been capital N. Therefore the mean value is 3250 upon 100 and the mean value is 32.5. So now after calculating mean, let us calculate the median value. So to get the median, we know the formula in case of discrete data is capital N plus 1 upon tooth value in the LCF. So in the table, after calculating x, f and fx, calculate the LCF. So which is 6 plus 10, 16, 16 plus 25 is 41, up to so on till you get the last value and the capital N as same. So now n plus 1 upon 2, that is n is 100, 101 upon 2 is 50.5 value. So check in the LCF for the value that is just greater or equal to 50.5, which is 71, and the corresponding x value will be your median. So here the median is 35 and the mean is 32.5. So once you know the values of mean and median, then calculate the absolute values. So this is for discrete case. So we know the formula summation f of absolute value of x minus x bar. So here you can make an extra column of absolute value of x minus x bar, obtain it and then multiply with LCF, or else you can directly solve it. So here I'll explain it for one cell. So the first step is calculate x minus x bar. So here x is 5 and x bar is 32.5. So 5 minus 32.5, ignore the negative sign and multiply with f, that is 6. So you'll get the value as 165. So that is nothing but 6 into absolute value of 5 minus 32.5. So this is your first value. Similarly, calculate for all the remaining x values and add the obtained values to get the value of summation f of absolute value of x minus x bar. So similarly calculate it for the median, that is f into absolute value of x minus capital M. So here x is 5, capital M is 35. So 6 into 5 minus 35, which is 180. So similarly calculate for all the values. For example, for the last value, it will be 9. So the corresponding frequency is 9. So 9 into 55 minus 35, and the answer is again 180. So this is how you calculate the absolute deviations in case of discrete data. So once you get all the summation values, then just substitute it in the formula. So for the mean deviation from mean, the formula is summation f into absolute value of x minus x bar upon capital N. So here summation f into absolute value of x minus x bar is 1055 and capital N is 100. So you will get the answer as 10.55 units. And the mean deviation from median is summation f into absolute value of x minus m, that is 1110 upon 100. So you will get the value as 10.1 units. So you can see median gives us the least value of minimum of mean deviation. So that is the reason in many cases mean deviation from median is preferred than mean. So now let's see the coefficient of mean deviation, that is you have to substitute it in the formula, and the coefficient of mean deviation remains the same in all the type of data, that is discrete, continuous or raw data. The formula remains the same, that is mean deviation of x bar upon x bar in case of arithmetic mean, and we got the value of as 10.55 and the mean value is 32.5. Therefore coefficient of mean deviation is 0.324. So similarly calculate coefficient of mean deviation from median. So we know mean deviation from median is 10.1 and median is 35. So coefficient of mean deviation from median is 0.2885. So here if you will remember the formulas, then calculation of any type of problem is very easy. So all you have to do is, if they have asked for mean, calculate the mean value and then using the table find out the values that are to be used in the formulas and then simplify. So now let's see an example for continuous case. The question is, the following is the distribution of age of 65 women. Find mean deviation from mean. So the age in years is from 18 to 22, 22 to 26, up to 34 to 38. And the frequencies here are women, and the first frequency is 20, 30 up to so on till 1. So let's make a table. So the first thing is to write down the class intervals, that is as it's given, and then frequencies, and add this to get the capital N. Here in the question itself they have mentioned the capital N value. So the next step, we know we had seen how to calculate arithmetic mean in case of continuous data in the first class. So find out the mid values, that is midpoint of each class interval, that is 18 plus 22 divided by 2 is 20, and similarly calculate midpoints of each class interval, and then the next column would be fx, because we require fx to calculate the mean. So find out f into x, that is 20 into 2400, and similarly calculate for all the values. And once you get f into x, substitute that value in the formula of mean. So we know the formula of mean in continuous case is summation fx upon capital N. So here fx, summation fx is 1560 and capital N is 65. Therefore we'll get x bar as 24 years. So our mean is 24 years. So once you get the mean value, then the next step would be to create a column of absolute value of x minus x bar. So here x is our midpoint. So the first value would be 20 minus 24 that is our x bar. So this is an absolute value. So 20 minus 24 is minus 4, but we have to ignore the negative sign. And here you can directly write this last column instead of making an extra column for absolute value of x minus x bar, or else you can use both of the two columns. So here, after you obtain x minus x bar, then multiply it with the corresponding frequency, that is 20 into 4 is 80. So you'll get the last column values. So this is the numerator of the formula for mean deviation from median. So how to calculate is, for a corresponding midpoint, check the frequency, that is 20 into x, that is 20 minus 24 is your median. So you'll get the value as 80. So similarly, find out f of x minus x bar in all the cases. So for example, let us check for this. So how you have obtained 44 is 11 into the absolute value of 28 minus 24. 28 minus 24 is 4. 4 into 11 is 44. So calculate for all the values and add, and you'll get summation of f into absolute value of x minus x bar, and then substitute it in the formula. So the formula of mean deviation from mean in case of continuous remains the same as in the discrete, that is summation of f into absolute value of x minus x bar upon n. So we have got summation f of absolute value of x minus x bar as 160. So therefore 160 upon your capital N is 65. Therefore your mean deviation from arithmetic mean is 2.462 years. So if it was asked for the coefficient of mean deviation of x bar, then 2.462 divided by 24 gives you the answer of coefficient of mean deviation. So don't get confused with the formula of mean deviation and coefficient of mean deviation. In case of mean deviation, the denominator will be the n, and in case of coefficient, the denominator will be the central value itself, that is x bar or capital M. So this was mean deviation from arithmetic mean in continuous case. Now let's see mean deviation from median in continuous case. So here marks and number of students are given. So the class intervals are from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, up to 50 to 60. And the number of students are 2, 10, 20, 15, 10 and 3. So we know how to calculate median for a given continuous data. So I hope you guys have gone through those problems. So let's make a table first, wherein the first column is of the class intervals and the next column is for students. And because we are calculating median, we have to calculate the less than cumulative frequency. So now let's see the median. To calculate the median class, we know the formula is n by 2, and here n is 60, so n by 2 is 30. So check for the value that is greater or equal to in LCF. So greater or equal to value of 30 is 32. Therefore your corresponding class interval is your median class. So once you get the median class, then find out the values of L, the width C and M and F. So here L is 20, M is 12, and C is the size, that is width of the class interval, that is 30, and corresponding f value is 20. So once you know all these terms, substitute it in the formula of median, which is nothing but L plus n by 2 minus m into c upon f. So after substituting, you'll get the median value as 29. So once you know median, the next step would be to form a table of x minus m, that is absolute value, or you can directly write this column, that is f into absolute value of x minus m. Also, this is a continuous case, so you have to obtain x, that is you have to obtain the midpoint. So the midpoint of 0 to 10 is 5, that is 10 divided by 2 is 5. Similarly, 10 plus 20 is 30, 30 divided by 2 is 15. So calculate the midpoints of each class intervals, and then using the formula calculate absolute value of x minus m, and then multiply it with the frequency to get f into absolute value of x minus m. So let's see for one cell. Okay, let us check for this cell. So here the corresponding frequency is 15. So 15 into the x value is 35 minus, we know the median is 29. So after you simplify, that is 35 minus 29 into 15, you'll get the value as 90. So similarly calculate for all the values. So here x minus m, the values are given, so multiply with corresponding frequencies, that is 2 into 24 is 48, 10 into 14 is 140. Similarly calculate for all the values, and then take the summation of this whole column. So the answer is 596, and then substitute it in the formula. So mean deviation from median, the formula is summation f into absolute value of x minus m upon capital N, and here the numerator is 596 and capital N is 60. Therefore the mean deviation from median, sorry, this should have been m, so mean deviation from median is 9.93 marks. And they have asked to find out the coefficient of mean deviation from median. The formula remains the same, that is mean deviation upon median. So we know mean deviation from median, the value is 9.93 and the median value is 29. Therefore the coefficient of mean deviation from median is 0.3424. So this is how you calculate mean deviation given any type of data. So what you have to do is you have to remember how to calculate mean, median in all the three cases, and then remember the formulas, and then you have to make a table representing the terms that are involved in the formula, and then the next steps are just substituting and simple calculations. So in the next video we will see the next measure of dispersion, that is standard deviation. So I hope you guys are understanding, and don't just watch the video, you have to work it out. So please work out the problems. So that's it for today's class. Thank you.